Okay, no. This says that we only have the one. Right? We read all of this? How does this one end? Oh, yeah. This one ended weird. Because it didn't sound like he was referring to the girl he's pursuing. It sounds like he's referring to someone new. All right. Chapter 4, Where the Fireflies Are. I wound my way through the... the what? The Lalacal Canyon. That's what we're going with now. I don't know how this is actually pronounced, but it's Local now. Several arcs outside town. The cliffs towered above me, stretching up to the sky. That was the reason why, despite being mid-morning, it felt so dark down in the canyon. I felt as though I was shut away from the rest of the world. The great wide sky was compressed to a thin strip of azure, zigzagging overhead. As I looked up, I saw two birds fly by, far above me. Seeing them, I thought back to my conversation with her the day before. Have you two heard of firefly fungus? Clementine asked as she brought us our dinner. Seen them once or twice. Never eaten one, though, Henry said between mouthfuls of food. Is it a kind of fungus that looks like fireflies, or like fungus that grows on fireflies? I asked. Henry, in the middle of a big gulp of water, did a spit take, spraying watery bits of his dinner here and there. Disgusting. What kind of question is that? He coughed up more of his drink. You really think there are fireflies with a bunch of fungus growing all over them? That'd be gross, man. I mean, it's more likely than you would expect, though. I actually thought there were fireflies like that, but I kept it to myself. Lately, I've been thinking of making a new dish with some more exotic ingredients like firefly fungus, Clementine explained as she cleaned up Henry's mess. If I'm able to whip something up, would you like to try it? Of course, I responded instantly. Henry stared at me, dumbfounded. You signed up for that really quick. For all you know, these mushrooms could be straight up nasty. Hearing that, Clementine frowned angrily. It was actually pretty rare to see her like that. They won't be after I'm done with them. I promise I'll make something extra delicious. But you can't even get them in this town, right? Said Henry. I'm sure someone's selling them somewhere, but are you really gonna make a cross-state trek every time you run low on ingredients? Oh, Clementine said, looking a bit dejected. I still haven't figured that part out. She excused herself and hurried back into the kitchen. That wasn't very nice, Henry, I said, glaring at him. Can you really not find any around here? Who knows, he shrugged. There's a forest past the canyon, so it's possible. I instantly shot out of my seat and turned to leave, but Henry's reflexes were too fast. He grabbed my arm, stopping me. You can go once it's light out, he said with a sigh. So taking his advice, I set out for the Lalacal Canyon first thing next morning. This is 17 pages, I'm just now realizing. As I walked, the steep canyon walls slowly parted, and before long, I found myself standing in front of a verdant forest. Henry had told me to look in especially shadowy parts of the forest or around rotting trees. I made my way through the forest, picking anything even vaguely mushroom-shaped. It didn't take long before the bag I had brought with me had grown heavy, with a cornucopia of different mushrooms. I figured if I couldn't find firefly fungus for Clementine, I would at least give her a variety of other mushrooms to choose from. What could go wrong? As I continued my search through the forest, I came across a clearing and was struck by how beautiful and tranquil it was. A little stream quietly wound its way through the trees. Rays of sunlight filtered through the treetops, shone down, glittering on the surface of the water. A number of squirrels and small birds were perched on the trees above me, chittering and chirping merrily. It was a scene straight out of a painting, more beautiful than anything I'd seen in my days working at the foundation. Oh? It's rare to see anyone all the way out here. I heard the sound of rustling leaves and turned to see an old man step out of a thicket. Traveling alone, young man? He asked me. Trying to outrun a spot of heartbreak, are we? Or maybe you're looking for something. I stared at the old man. Beneath his head of short white hair, I spotted a few long green strands poking out here and there. He averted his eyes and nervously cleared his throat. Well, as for me, I'm here to pick mushrooms, he said. It seems like someone got to all of them first, though. I continued to glare wordlessly at the old man. Beads of sweat began to form on his forehead. He cleared his throat again. Oh, what's that you've got in your bag there? He asked. Could it be mushrooms, perhaps? So you're trying to strike a bargain, I finally spoke. Yes, exactly, he exclaimed. I like a youngster who understands. So about that firefly, what is it you're looking for out here? Firefly fungus, I curtly responded. Well, he said proudly, I just so happen to have one right here. He held out a mushroom with a faint green glow to it. I went to some trouble finding this. Be sure to use it well, he said. Sure, thanks, I said, taking the mushroom from his hand and turning to leave. Wait just a minute, he called out. As I walked away, the old man quickly grabbed my arm, stopping me. It was a familiar feeling, and a much stronger grip than an actual old man would have. That's not what we agreed on. You need to give me that bag in exchange, he said. I didn't agree to anything, I told him. You just gave this to me. What? That's not fair, he stammered. You think you can treat an old man like that? You're pretty strong for an old man. I gave him an unimpressed look, the same kind he'd given me at least once nearly every day. Henry blanched at my words, and the white wig he was wearing fell slightly askew on his head. What is happening? Look, just let me have the mushrooms. You're going to get to try her dishes too, I told him. Shut up, man. I just want my share for helping you, he snapped at me. He started grabbing at the firefly fungus in an attempt to take it back. We began bickering like a pair of children. Give it back. No, let go. Not until you give it back. Unfortunately, we didn't realize how our fight would end until it was too late. Yo, Henry, if you wanted the mushrooms to yourself, why did you even tell Edgar about the forest in the first place? He's like kind of oblivious. In one final attempt to rip the mushroom out of each other's hands, we each let out a yell and pulled as hard as we could. It took us a moment afterward to regain our senses, and to our horror, we saw that the mushroom had been torn in two. An awkward silence fell over us as we stared at the pieces in our hands. We picked ourselves up and silently headed back to town. As we left the forest and headed back into the canyon, the sun was beginning to hang low in the sky. You know, Sonny, this trip is a bit rough on this old man's knees, Henry piped up. I wouldn't mind if you carried me back to town. You're pretty spry. I think you can make it on your own, I told him curtly. Henry sighed and abandoned his old man facade, picking up his pace. Another word missing its accent. The C should have the little squiggly thing under it in facade. I don't know the name of accents. We returned to our silence, each of us absorbed in a complicated anger. However, it wasn't long until a voice snapped us back to reality. You there, halt. What's that you have? I turned to look at whomever it was who had spoken to us, only to be greeted by a familiar face. What were you up to today? You both have leaves in your hair, Clementine asked as she brought us our dinner later that evening. I pulled a vibrant green leaf out from behind my ear. I hadn't noticed it there at all. It had been an exhausting day. Oh, remember how we were talking about firefly mushrooms yesterday? Clementine said. I actually decided not to use them after all. I was trying to think about what I could make with them, but I couldn't come up with anything good. She gave a sheepish smile. Well, I guess everything turned out fine in the end, I said with a small, tired grin. Yeah, I guess so, muttered an exhausted Henry. Huh? Clementine tilted her head in confusion at us. Henry and I spent the rest of the night burying our sorrows in food. Earlier that evening, it was a bracer, Boris, who had called out to us in the canyon. The same Boris who led me away after the fight in the restaurant. Henry and I were so preoccupied that we crossed the border between the sightseeing area and the bracer's training facility without realizing it. We were given a stern lecture, and of course, all the mushrooms I picked were confiscated. That's rough, buddy. That's rough. What even is that story we're reading? I guess we won't know until it's over. Can we go to West Street? We can. This is West Street. This is the last area Yuna recommended. There's nothing special about it. It's just a residential area. There's a really famous bakery here, though. It's so good. It's even had a few articles written about it. Yes, it has. I read it in the Imperial Chronicle. I think number 3. That sounds accurate. I see. It must be this building. Smells good. Yeah, this smell means home. I could not live near a bakery that makes its bread every morning. The smell of freshly baked bread is so tantalizing. It smells so good. This place is really good, so I recommend you all try it. So it's around here. Yuna, you don't need to hold back. We have some time, so you should go see your family. I see. So that's why you've been acting strange. So your home is somewhere around here? It's the apartment building to the left. I sent them a letter, so they should know I'm home. I guess I'll go check out the bakery. You're all hungry, right? I'll get some for everyone. Instructor, you're not coming? It would probably be best if we didn't intrude either. Dang it, this isn't like me. Oh. Okay. Can you guys come with me? I want to introduce you all to my family. Yeah, of course. Are you sure? You don't need to. Please, I insist. I may not like you, but you are my instructor. I would be going against my upbringing if I didn't introduce you to my family. I see. In that case, we'll go with you. What is going on? I don't know, but perhaps I wasn't quite putting myself in her shoes. After going to a military school in an invader's country, she's coming back home. Ah. Okay. Oh, I don't think it'll let us go. There's a dead end ahead. Shall we go back? This way is the West Crossbell Highway. It leads to the Bellegarde Gates and the Police Academy. We don't need to go out there. Aw, they're getting older. Beyond here is just a residential area. Then our search range ends here. Abandoned law office. We're going there first. I forgot this was in this district. It seems to be some kind of office, but it's been closed down. This place is... What's wrong, Yuna? Oh, nothing. This place is super important, is what this place is. Hi. Oh, welcome. Wait, Yuna, is that you? Hello. It is you. I should have known from that million-mirror smile. Now, if only you'd just calm down a tad, then you'd certainly be a fine young woman. Sheesh, you sound like my mom. Let me have my fun. I've known you since you were a baby. Are these your friends from school? Welcome to Tally's. We are popular with the locals. Shop with us anytime. Any friend of Yuna's is certainly a welcome customer of ours. Yuna may know how to cook and sew, but her best quality is her winning smile, hands down. She can be a bit reckless at times, but that's exactly what makes her so cute, don't you think? Oh, I do so hope you all get along with our little Yuna. This is so embarrassing. It's nice to see how much the people here love her. I don't quite understand, but this does seem fitting for her. I guess we really can't go to the other places. Man! I wanted to talk to Ren's dad, whose name is escaping me. And I wanted to go see if Ilya has, like, recovered. Boo. Blocked by invisible plot walls? I really am. It's very unfortunate. But welcome to stream, Zero. Right. I need to actually go inside the building. That would help. Hi. I think Ryu and Henri are leaving soon. They're my friends, so I want to say goodbye to them. I need to finish my chores so I can say goodbye to my friends. Oh, are they, like, actually going somewhere? Hello there, Yuna. What brings you here? I thought you were in Erebonia. Did you have to come back after failing their entrance exam? No, I passed my exam, thank you very much. I'm just here for one of our field exercises. All right, all right. Don't forget to let little Momo know you're here. Absolutely. He just assumes she failed. That's a concern. Momo's been hiding something recently. Do you know anything about it, Yuna? I only just came back, you know. Ah, that's right, my bad. You know how I worry about her, though. Alright, I'm sure that'll be a quest later. Another Pecky. Thank you. And outside of that, we're basically poor, so that's all I will be buying. Goodbye, sir. Alright, hey. Oh, hey, it's Yuna. Long time no see. You're right. Hey, Yuna. How's it going, you big old tomboy? Hey, Henri. It's good to see you. And as for you, Ryu, maybe I need to reintroduce you to my fist. No thanks. I'm good. But you know, you really shouldn't threaten the junior SSS with violence. The what now? The junior SSS. We just patrol the city and stuff. Any info past that is top secret. I'm guessing this is their version of the special support section? Yeah, but it's not really something they should talk about in public. No, not with members of the SSS being public enemy #1 right now. I totally get why you guys look up to the SSS, but you should be careful to stay out of danger. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. Besides, we can't leave this city to the military police. It's okay. We've been at this a while now. Are you guys Yuna's friends? Please be careful of all the orbital cars on the roads here. Oh, we can't even go to the administrative district to go visit Dudley, the other police officers, or go to the library. Man! Life is rough. That would be a lot of people to talk to, though. This is already kind of an overwhelming amount of people. Ugh, I can't believe Mrs. Novash. She remodeled her apartment. Do you know how long I've wanted to do that? She turns her nose up at us just because she's Erebonian. I'll show her. She'll see how much better we cross-Bellins are. Okay. Then remodel your own home and get over yourself. My home will be 1,000 times better after I've been I've remodeled words. I'll show her. She'll see how much better we crossbellins are. You need to find a better use for your time. A new family has moved in upstairs. My husband wants nothing more than to one-up them. All these years, and this is what he's turned into. And at this rate, his splurging habit is only going to get worse. Adios, help me. He doesn't listen to a word I say to him these days. All I can do is sigh. Man, he really does need to find something better to do with his time. Or a way to redirect his energy. We recently decided to remodel this apartment. I just couldn't stand how cheap it looked before. But now that I think of it, goodness, I should have bought the whole complex. We are a family of proud Erebonians. Our decor ought to reflect that. Goodness, I should have bought the whole complex. Or you could have just moved into the Noble District. Would have made more sense for you. Hello, Shuck Boy? Welcome to stream. I hope I said your name correctly. I apologize if I did not. Daddy manages an entire department store. He's a very important man. He's even had interviews with magazines and everything. Just letting you know. And don't you forget it. Okay. One of my members is a celebrity. And another is a spy, essentially. The other two remains to be seen. A Christmas tree? Christmas tree. How is this, like, working? Just having Christmas trees planted. Would the roots not, like, destroy the walls and whatnot? Hello, hello. I am the Villa Raisins caretaker, Sammy. This is a luxury apartment complex fit for celebrities and the like. It goes without saying, I hope, but don't stir up any trouble, please. We have a major celebrity who lives in this complex. It goes without saying, I hope, but don't stir up any trouble. Oh, you can't go into Ilya's home? The door is locked? Isn't this place Arc-en-Ciel? We shouldn't go digging without permission. Hmm? No. Why must the game keep me from all the people I care about? Unfortunate.